Good day. I'm happy to share with you the final encouragement I shared at December Kosen Rufuganyo, which was Ikeda Sensei's memorial service. Then I shared my experience of the time leading up to Sensei's passing. I sincerely urge each and every one of you to chant and write down in a journal or in the cloud your own experience of this moment. This moment is of historic significance, and the deeper meaning may only become apparent to you later. Please capture your feelings, your thoughts, and determinations of this time. On the 15th of November, I received a WhatsApp from Yoko Blower saying, "Did you receive this article today? Sensei's essay on today's Seikyo with his recent photo. He mentions herein South African leader's word. We have united through the study exam, echoing his heart. He also wrote about Ubuntu. Aren't they in your letter to Sensei? Congratulations." I immediately replied, no, I had not mentioned anything about Ubuntu in my report. And I told her, that is how we have communicated through the years. I write a report and Sensei will mention something from it in a newsletter. It does not happen each time. It happens very rarely. And I'm so grateful for this encouragement. My heart is so full. My eyes filled with tears. On the 17th of November, after chanting in front of my altar, I wrote pretty much in one go the December editorial poem that is shared in this month's Life to Life. I initially was hesitant to submit my editorial as a poem, but I felt called, and it flowed from beginning to end. I felt emboldened by Sensei. He freed my voice. I came more fully into my power and purpose as the leader of the Bodhisattvas of the earth of South Africa. I felt no one else may understand me, but Sensei does. What a gift. A gift which is open and available to each one of you. Connect your heart to Sensei's. During my Daimoku now, I feel even closer to him after his passing. The connection seems more direct, perhaps because I have removed false barriers of separation that I have made in my mind. I have arisen even more fully into my true self-identity, freeing my mind of notions of following, of being behind, of waiting for his direction. We, each and every one of us, must arise in our sovereignty. We are the successors. The three eternal mentors, the three founding presidents, have handed it all over to the successors. 18 November 2023. Unusually early, I received a call from Mr. Hayashi, director of the Africa division of the SGI. He informed me that Sensei had passed on the evening of the 15th of November and that his funeral had been held on the 17th of November. We were scheduled to meet that morning with the SGI leaders in Tokyo and the national leaders from across Africa and Europe. Everyone else across the world, outside of his family and top echelon of Sokagake, found out in a global wave on the 18th November. The announcement held back so that the future of the organization, the future and student division members, could joyfully celebrate their school ceremonies without being burdened by grief. 28th November. On the morning of the 28th November, we received the English translation of the essay. Mr. Hayashi quickly distributed it to all the national leaders of the African continent, noting that November 28th is Spiritual Independence Day, which Sensei wrote about in the vow chapter of the 30th volume of the Human Revolution. In addition, he conveyed that the official English translation of the last installment of Sensei's essay series, Our Brilliant Human Revolution, which was published on the 15th November 15th issue of the Seikyo Time, was now complete. I am so grateful to have received this direct encouragement to our movement from Sensei. As SGI South Africa, let us take this as his last guiding vision. what we are meant to accomplish as an organization, as disciples, as the bodhisattvas of the earth of South Africa. Sensei himself spreading the message of Ubuntu to SGI organizations throughout the world. Sensei's message about Ubuntu and Tata Madiba, President Nelson Mandela, which feature in the essay, I feel are a direct mandate from Sensei to each and every one of you. 29th November was the first viewing of the Soka Gakkai Memorial Service in South Africa, which included a message about the 7 bells. You can read about this for yourself as it is posted online in the New Human Revolution, Volume 30, Part 2. In it, Sensei guides a grand vision for the centuries ahead for our movement in the 21st, 22nd, and even the far distant 23rd century. He wrote, during the second 7 bells in the first half of the 21st century, we will secure the foundation for peace in Asia and throughout the world. During the third 7 bells in the second half of the 21st century, we will see the philosophy of the sanctity of life established as the spirit of the age in the world. During the fourth 7 bells in the first half of the 22nd century, an indestructible foundation for world peace will be laid. Based on that foundation, during the fifth 7 bells in the second half of the 22nd century, we will see the brilliant flowering of an age of humanism. When that happens, we can move on to the 6th and 7 bells. From around the middle of the 23rd century, when we celebrate the 1000th anniversary of the establishment of Nichiren Daishonin's teaching in 2253, a new phase of our movement will begin. So we are in the first 1,000 years. We are the pioneers of SGI South Africa. This is the mentor in whose lifetime the conditions arose for you to be born. Decide what that means to you. 30th November 2023, I attended the launch of the exhibition Nelson Mandela is Dead at the Nelson Mandela Foundation. The name, a conversation fire starter of deep significance, is explained by the curator, Neo Makopa. What a talented human being. I'm so impressed that at 29 he created a deeply spiritual and thought-provoking interactive exhibit. The aim of which was to take stock 10 years after of Tata Madiba's passing, where we as individuals, communities, and a country. It was a powerful evening of hope and a call for each one of us to take responsibility for the future of our beloved country. In my heart, I went as a representative of Sensei. I determined to go despite serious health challenges experienced during that week. I went to convey that in his concluding essay, Sensei wrote about President Mandela as an indomitable champion of human rights and of the African philosophy of Ubuntu. I went to the exhibition opening to convey this message of respect and to affirm the long-standing relationship between these two icons. They first met in Tokyo in 1990, and in correspondence over the years, they even exchanged poems. Message delivered, happily received. 2nd December 2023, SGI South Africa held an online Hope Talk on the issue of finding solutions to gender-based violence. The Hope Talk brought together voices, activists, storytellers, and wisdom keepers from South Africa, DRC, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and India on a matter of urgency within our nation, our region, our continent, the world. Finally, I would like to end by reading an excerpt of the poem, which is in the December issue of the Life to Life. It's entitled, People, Arise in Our Sovereignty. People, the time has come to arise in our sovereignty, each one our own story to tell. We know our mentor's record of creating peace through personal diplomacy, averting war, and building bridges of peace between nations and peoples. His heart, his dream for his disciples to surpass his legacy. Successors of unlimited possibility joyously dance to the rhythm on the path of the middle way as we create a new culture of peace. Wherever we are, let's fight for truth and justice courageously, generating waves of love energy as we aim to elevate the life state of all humanity. Youthful bodhisattvas soar into the skies, wings fully unfurled. Now is the time to arise in your sovereignty. Our mentor is awaiting your brilliant record of actual proof in society. Transformation begins within. To make Buddhahood our basic life tendency, we must master the darkness in our own hearts. Shadow or light, which one will you choose to lend your energy? With indomitable resolve, we commit to the essential practice of prayer, study, and action in compassionate cause, Buddhism of action, not an idle philosophy. We embark on a grand adventure of human revolution, not giving in to indulgence or indolence or indifference or delusion or ego or fear. Our hearts echoing our mentor's heart eternally, liberated and free. Now is the time to create a new world of peace, of good, of dignity. People, let us arise into our sovereignty. This poem is dedicated to Ikeda Sensei with gratitude. Thank you.